Hello friends, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree. My channel is Turquoise Dreaming, and I'm here for using up some scraps today for a collab called Hashtag Scraps to Treasures. This is hosted by myself and Maria from Maria's Miscellany. So I will have her channel, Maria's channel, linked below, and if you would like to participate, just use the hashtag Scraps to Treasures. And this month, we've been doing this since January of this year, and we have had a prompt for each month. So this month is paper bags. So what we're doing is combining these prompt items with our scraps. So let's see what we can do with some scraps and the prompt of paper bags this month. So if you have been working with junk journals and paper bags for a while, you will know that there's so many things you can do with paper bags, right? So I thought first I would try to go ahead and show you how I'm going to make a paper bag out of some of my scraps. So I have these little paper bags here. I would like to decorate these with some scraps. And they're just like little mini paper bags. So cute, right? But first I wanted to make a couple of paper bags. So I made this one here. And I made it just by looking at this as my sample or example. And it didn't come out right, so I thought, okay, let me try again. So I opened it up, and here it is. I just carefully opened it up, so you can do it either way. You can just look at it and try to copy it, or you can do what I did and open it up and make yourself a little template. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. I have some wrapping paper here, and I have some double-sided scrapbook paper that I'm using for Halloween, but these are scraps. This is a wrapping paper scrap. See, I have a couple just little pieces here. This is some computer stationery, and then some scraps from my Halloween crafting that I'm doing right now. So let's see if we can make a paper bag out of this. So this is white on the back. So I'm just going to draw around here real quick with my pencil and see if I can. Let's put it right up to the side so maybe we can save ourselves a little bit of cutting. And draw a line here. Let's see, where's my pencil? Right here. Okay, so I'm going to try this again because that one came out cute. I can use it, but it didn't come out exactly how this paper bag is. So I'm going to try this time. And this has got to come out right, you would think. So, and there's so many ways to make your own paper bag too. There's just, so many ways, and you can search on YouTube for, how to make paper bags for junk journals, or just how to use paper bags in junk journals, things like that. And you will find probably hundreds of ideas. So, and I've done things with paper bags. I've made journals out of paper bags, of course. And I didn't want to do that again because I've done that recently. I made the popcorn journal, and, I've made throughout my journal making, I've made lots of different journal covers out of paper bags, and I kind of was tempted to do that, but I thought, no, let me do something different here with my scraps. So this is what I'm doing. Let's see if we can get this to come out right. Okay, so I'm just cutting on the pencil lines now, and so I have a little template there. So I guess you could do this with any size paper bag that you'd like to make a template out of, and then go from there with your scraps, depending on the size of your scraps too. You might not be able to use scraps if you want to make a really big paper, copy a really big paper bag, not like a lunch size or something. Then you might have to use a whole piece of paper. Okay, let's get these out of the way. So let's see. Let's get our ducks in a row here. So here's the template. Here is the piece we just cut out. So I'm going to, it looks like we need to fold. Does it look right? Yeah. Looks like we need to fold like right here beside this little flap. So let's do that. Fold right beside the flap. Try to fold a straight fold, and then same thing. See, I don't know if that's straight. Let me do it again. A little bit off there. Okay, I think that's straight. And then again on this side of this little flap here. I'm going to fold that right at the corner there where that little flap is. Okay, and then try to get that one straight. Okay, now this little flap looks like it's, and I got the original here that is together. So here's the back of it. See how those two pieces come together, and then this flap folds over that. So let's do that. So this is the back of the envelope. So I'm folding that up, trying not to get any extra in there. I'm going to fold that up, and then we have a little part here. Oh, it's looking good. So on this one, they have like little jagged edge, you know. So I have my pinking shears here. I thought I would, before I glue it together, go ahead, and they have it all. See, all of the way up and down here. This whole top piece is all has that jagged edge. So I thought I would just go ahead, and you can use edging scissors. You don't have to do the jagged edge at all, but I thought I would use my little pinking shears here, or you could use edging scissors or whatever else you use to do something like this. Maybe you have something special. So let's see, how am I going to get in here? Let me just kind of get in here. I hope I'm not cutting off too much here. I think I might be. See, it's harder than it looks, isn't it? That's why I thought I could do that first one. I was like, oh, no problem. I'll just make one, you know, eyeballing it. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. This did not come out right. I was kind of surprised. So, okay, back to the template and back to our folding. See how we did. Let's see how it comes out. Okay, we're going to fold these two flaps in first. Let's see, the original has the little flap, see how this side is shorter this way? They have that over on top of that, and then they have the flap on top. Let me see how this looks. Let's see, because it looks a little crooked. Let me just straighten that out a little bit. I guess it's probably not crooked, but maybe it was. Okay, and then like that. Okay, so I think we're good to glue. We're good to glue. You know, it might be, you know how I cut, no, it would be easier. I was going to say it might be easier to cut that after, but no, I don't think so. I think it might be easier to cut this piece after, this top piece. So I cut it now, I just went across and cut, but it actually might be easier to cut that after because you can get this top part even, but we would have to cut this part here and here before. So we might make another one and try that. Okay, so sorry, I hope I'm not making this too complicated. It's just more complicated than I thought it would be. So I'm going to put a little bead of blue here, a little line right here on the very edge, because it looks like it barely kind of overlaps. And then they just have blue like right on this bottom part here. I can see where the blue was. So right here. Okay, and we'll fold that little flap up. It's looking pretty cute, don't you think? Okay, and there, see what I'm talking about? My edge, my top edge here is not even. See how there's a little dip there? So let's even that up now, and then we'll try one more. And that's just made from a scrap that was sitting in. I literally just got that out of my scrap box, this little piece of wrapping paper. Okay, so yeah, you can make some cute little, and then you can, if they're plain or something, like if you're making them out of coffee dyed paper or some kind of plain like brown paper or something that you have in there, then you can decorate them. Now this one's already decorated. If you make it out of pattern paper, it's pretty much already decorated unless you want to put something else on there, but I think that's super cute. Now I can put that in a journal or whatever I want to do with that. So there's one. I want to make one more. See that? I evened that up and it looks fine. See, I evened it up. I think it looks fine. So let's make one out of this piece of paper. Let's see if it's big enough for our template. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Good way to use up some paper, right? Make some little paper bags. Good way to use up some scraps, some pretty scraps or plain scraps that you can decorate. So again, let's get this right up to the edge. All right, and then I gotta get it up to the edge here too. I kind of want to make this exactly like this little bag because Otherwise, I'm afraid it might not work. So, okay, let's try to not draw too many lines here on the paper that might show later. Okay, so just light lines that I can see for cutting. Oops, I keep drawing the wrong way. I didn't claim to be a drawing artist, right? I can't even draw a straight line. Oh, we were playing this game that we had to draw. I actually won it, though. It wasn't Pictionary. It was if you guys have ever played Switch, it's a video game. My oldest son has the Switch games, and he brought one over where we have to draw. So we take turns. I think it was that day, the last time it was only 3 of us. My other son didn't make it that day, so it was just me, my husband, and my son. My son was here, and we were playing this drawing game, and I actually won between the 3 of us. But it wasn't because of my drawing. You have to draw a picture, and you have to do like titles and things of your pictures. So you're trying to get people to pick your title and things like that. So I don't know if you've ever played that game. If you have played that game on the Switch, let me know. But I love the Switch. I love playing Switch games. It's fun. And anyway, so I actually won a drawing game. I couldn't believe it because I can't really draw. But yeah, my drawings are pretty crazy. But yeah, it was fun. Okay, so let's get down to business with our bag here, because I would like to show you a couple other things. I'd like to decorate a couple of those little paper bags I just showed you that I'm using as a template with some of my scraps. So I'm going to try to get this one done, and then we'll do that if we have time, which we should, if I can get this done pretty quickly. These don't really take long to make if you're concentrating on what you're doing and not talking on a video, right? Okay, so yeah, this is really cool too. Look how pretty that is. Let's see what it looks like once I fold it up. So again, what did I say? So let's make our folds. Let's do the little these side pieces first. Okay, so that one, this one, all right. I'm just trying to get a straight line. That's why I'm taking a minute there, or a second. Okay, it looks straight, and then the bottom flap. And then I said cut this top part after, but go ahead and cut the sides. I mean, you have to go ahead and cut this part before, because you can't get your scissors in there after, right? So let's do that. That's why we're doing a second one, to see how it turns out with cutting it that top part after. These are my paper cutting pinking shears. I have a fabric cutting and paper cutting. These are my paper cutting. Let me get that a little bit more defined there. Okay, now we're going to glue it, and then we'll cut that top part. Okay, so we short over top of the longer one here in the back, or the wider one. A little bit of glue. See, we got it down now, right? You can whip some of these out. Mass make them if you wanted to, right? Once you figure out what you're doing, you can make a bunch. Okay, and then I put the glue on here, and then fold that bottom flap up. Okay, and then cut that top piece. Where's my pinking shears? Right here. And we are done. Let me just get that a little bit more defined there. So my pinked edges were a little long or something. Okay, that looks cute. So that's how it came out. You saw the when it was unfolded, what it looked like. It was a little garden type theme piece of computer stationery scrap. You can use your phone folder to make your folds sharp, or your fingernail like I'm doing. But that's super cute, right? So we did 2 of them, one out of computer stationery, one out of wrapping paper. Okay, so I can always glue this back together or keep it as a template. I might keep it as a template because those are super cute, and I like to, use up some more of my scraps. So I have a couple of these, and I kind of just wanted to maybe decorate them with, well, maybe I should just use up some of this wrapping paper. Or, see, I got my Halloween paper here. But I don't really need, I want to make Halloween paper bags, but I already have some like Halloween treat bags that I've purchased in years past. So I probably shouldn't do that. I probably should use this. So let's do that. Let's see. So how do I want to do this? I can either cover up the whole bag or leave a little frame of the craft color around, which I think looks really nice. So let me make a little mark here with my scissors in this awkward position under the video and cut right here. Let's see, where's my cut? Right there. Put my scissors in there. Let's see if I can cut a straight line here. If I hold my paper straight, maybe I can cut a straight line. And then, well, there's a butterfly right there. Let's use this side and have the butterfly on there. Right there, that's cute. So see, I have my little craft paper bag frame. You know, I like to leave a sum of whatever it is so people can see what the item was originally before I covered it up. so there we go. That should be good, unless if it was straight, that would be nice. It's not straight, so let's. I have my paper cutter here just in case, but I think that's probably okay. So let me see how I did. Yeah, that'll be all right. It's not straight, but I'm just going to go with it for time's sake especially. But I would go with it anyway because I'm not going to waste this pretty piece of paper just because I didn't cut it straight. It'll be all right. Okay. So let's put that down on this side. So, you know, when you're doing something like this, I would think about, what am I going to do with this? Am I going to glue it down on something or not? So say I want to glue this down. These little paper bags I do like to glue down, like on a page, and say make a double pocket. So I would glue it, say if it was in a corner over here, glue it here and here. And then you have a pocket behind and you have a pocket in the bag. So I don't have anything else here at the moment to decorate this, but that is one. If I find anything else, like I can add some butterflies or some words, but you know, we're just using scraps right now. And I could grab, let me just grab something because I kind of would like to, or maybe we'll just go ahead and glue this one on this one. We'll make two with these two, and then we'll use up this whole piece of wrapping paper. And then I'll grab something real quick to decorate these two. The other ones, I love how they are exactly how they are, that we made from scratch. So I'm not going to decorate those. I just love those, actually. And then these, I just feel like they need something. So let's glue this paper down here. All right. And here's the other one I made. Maybe I should finish that one too. See how it didn't cut. You're probably like, what's wrong with it, Sheree? Well, it's not exactly the same as the other ones, but that's okay. It's still a cute little paper bag. And it's got this pretty paper. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this one too while we're at it. See, even if it's not exactly right, it's still cute. I'm not going to tell you what's wrong with it because you might not be, you know, unless I tell you, you wouldn't know, right? So let me grab something. Let's see, what do we need? We've got flowers and butterflies. Let me grab a bunch of stuff right behind me. Let's see, here's some words. Let's see if we can find a word. This is my new little word bin that I have put all of my words in. I had, well, except for my sticker words. And those are in my sticker organization. But here's something that says The Naturalist. Now, isn't that perfect? Now, see how that, that just is like the perfect thing to put on here. Wow, I'm glad I grabbed my words because I was thinking about grabbing my numbers. But that is perfect. So yeah, as I'm reorganizing, I put all of my words in here that I have cut out and made and just things like that in that little bin that I have right behind me. So you see it was so handy to grab it. And then oh, that's perfect. Let's see if we can find another one for this one real quick. Here's a little strip of something that says honey. I can cut that up if I want to. I like the smallness of this one, so let me see if I have any little tiny words in here. Funny. Here's a tiny one. I know I have lots of tiny ones. Let's see, daffodils. I know these are not daffodils, but could we put the word daffodils on there if it's not daffodils? Here's, what does this say? Angel. That's red, so that doesn't really go. That was a good trip. That's from a book, I think, or this one down the road. A big word. Create. How would a big word look on there? I just like that little one so much. I think that's a little, I mean, it could go, but I could be covering up my butterfly. I'm gonna put it up there though. Right in the middle. Ooh, that kind of looks cute, doesn't it? Should we go for it? I don't want to take too much more time looking for words. Let me just pull a couple more. Here's the word journal. I like the create though. Wander. See, here's a little one. Here's some little ones. I believe it or not, I typed all these words out myself on the computer, then printed them out on this printed on file folder. So like there's a tiny one there for some tiny words. Yeah, because I just, you know, I see where you can buy tiny words, but I was like, I want to pick out my own words. I want to pick out my own words because I've gotten some or seen some. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like that quote, or I don't like that word. I can't use that anywhere. So I thought, well, why don't I just make my own words? You know, pick out my own words. Why can't I just type my own words out and print them out? You know what I mean? So that's what I did. This one happens to be a printout. I don't know where it's from, but this is from some digital kit here. This one. Create. I can tell it's not one I typed, and of course these I typed out right here. There's the word wish. I did a whole thing of numbers. I should put that in my numbers. It got mixed up with my words, but see, I typed out a whole thing of numbers like this, number something, and just put random numbers and cut all those little numbers out. I'll put that with my numbers. But yeah, these are printables here that I did. So yeah, we've got some words there. And that added just the right touch. It just really needed something, didn't it? Besides what was just the paper. So we did those two, and we did these three. And so this one looks like this on this side. The one that I said I didn't make right, and it's bigger. So because I wasn't using a template, I was just folding the paper. So let's see. I have this bag here that I want to do something with. Let's move these for a second. And this was a gift bag. I already cut. I took the handles off, but there was an extra piece of paper in here that was holding the handles on, and I took it off carefully. And so I thought I could picture these. I want to see if I can use these on the top of a tag. You know, like cut them down and just have this little handle on top of a tag. I think that would be super cute. But I wanted to cut down this bag in some way. So I thought, I mean, I could get started. Right now, I just don't know if I can finish it at this moment, but we'll get started. I'm going to cut it right down the middle here. And I thought maybe I could make it into a page. And if that's a fail, if that's an epic fail, I'll just make it into something else. You know, some big, I could always cut the fronts off, front and the back or whatever off, and make some big journaling cards or something if the page is an epic fail. So first I would need to open it up for it to be a page, right? So I need to cut this, get this separated. So I need to cut right here too. Yeah, I put some of these in my recent, these bags in my recent Thrifty Thursday kits and journal kits or whatever. And I actually found these at a thrift store, a set of 3 for super cheap. Like they were, I don't know, they were way under $1, like way under $1. But I actually saw this set at Dollar Tree. After that, I was like, oh, that's where it came from, Dollar Tree. And of course, this set of 3 is $1.25. So I actually got a deal. I kind of think that's kind of cool when you find stuff from Dollar Tree now, and it's under $1. if you find it at the thrift store, you're like, ah, I'm getting a bargain here, because Dollar Tree is $1.25 now. So even if it's $1, it's still cheaper than Dollar Tree, right? So it's kind of funny to think about that, how that works now. Because before I would see stuff from Dollar Tree and it would be $1, and I'd be like, well, I can buy it brand new at Dollar Tree for $1. Why would I buy it here for $1? So yeah, I'm sure y'all have seen that too. But now it's a different story, right? So yeah, I think I needed to cut those off. So now, see how this could be a journal page. Now I would have to figure out if I'm going to put it in my Halloween journal. I would have to measure and see, see like this is way too big. So I may have to figure out how to do that. Or I could always fussy cut this little ghost out and put him down too. And I could make these flip outs or tuck spots. But what I would do is cover this with something. And we've got to deal with this here too. This is where the handles were. So you've got that rough spot. See, it is tearing off a little bit here, so we could get that even out possibly. But just a lot to think about here. A little bit to think about of what you can do with this and how you're going to do it. So yeah, this is evening out pretty good if you want to just peel this stuff off here. And then I would just put some, I would want, since there's like decoration on the other side, I would want, this is peeling off really nice for a nice smooth surface here. Just FYI if you want to try this. And so I would want writing space on this side, since the other side is black and has a ghost on it. And I actually saw Maria the other day on her, let's see, she had a video where she made a paper bag into a page. So that's kind of how I thought of this, or that is how I thought of this today. I thought when I saw this bag, I was like, I wonder if I can make that into a page like Maria did. So I thought I would try it, and then I said, like I said, if it doesn't work out, if it's an epic fail here, like, oh, I just can't deal with this, it's too big or something, I will just, since I've already torn it apart, I'll just do something else with it, So yeah, this is coming off pretty flat. It does take a second to get all this little paper off of here, but yeah, so that would wait, since it's nice and flat, that'll make it easier to cover. So let's see how much this sticks out. If I were going to put it, here's my journal I'm working on. So if it were like this, let's just fold it real quick here and see how big it is. Because if I did want to use it as a page, let's see, it's a little short. And let me see how far it sticks out. If I were just to put it, I would put it inside somewhere, but not too, it doesn't stick out too much really. It sticks out too much for this journal. I would definitely have to make it a little bit shorter, and I wouldn't want to make the flaps, fold the flaps anymore, because that would bring my ghost into. So what I would have to do is, if I wanted to use it in here, I would have to shorten this middle part here. And I could do that by just maybe gluing that together like that, and then folding it. And that would work. Would it work? Let's see, but then how would it open? Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so I would fold it. I'm running out of time, but just to finish up showing you how I would do this, let me put this back away. So we had it open like this, and I said, oh, it's too wide. So see the gusset here from the paper bag. Just go like that and glue this together, just that part there. And then you have that part together, brought together, and then down under here you would glue this down here, and then you still have your, this can open, and that would be glued down, and this can open. So there you go, you have your page and it can still open. So do all that first, all that gluing down of the gusset, and then cover this with something pretty, and you have used a paper bag for a page in your journal. And of course I would straighten this out here, because you can see how it's kind of You know, so I just take my paper cutter and slice this so it's all nice and even. But there you go. Cute little paper bag that you have used now for a journal page. Okay, so I gave you a few ideas today for using your paper bag scraps and things. And this wasn't a scrap, but it was a paper bag that I was trying to figure out what to do with. So it's just an idea, I guess, an extra idea. A little bonus idea, right, for paper bags. So, yeah, here's the ones we made from scraps. Those two with the words, real simple, and I didn't decorate the back because I want to glue them down. And we made these out of wrapping paper, and this out of a piece of stationery, right? Well, this was out of a piece of stationery. These were out of the same stationery piece or pieces. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Check out Maria's and search with the hashtag Scraps to Treasures to see all the participants, you know, what they come up with for their paper bags and scraps. All right, I'll see you all next time. Have a great day. Happy crafting.